quick takes on Michigan State football's 38-7 loss to Ohio State. A new kind of frustration for MSU fans. Michigan State's 38-7 loss to Ohio State wasn't just a blowout, it was a frustrating reminder of missed opportunities. Unlike in recent years, the Spartans proved they could compete with the Buckeyes. The game had moments where, with better execution, Michigan State could have made the contest more competitive. Missed interceptions, fumbles, and a few unfavorable calls cost the Spartans, but this performance showed they belonged on the same field as Ohio State. A step forward despite the scoreline. Though the final score shows a lopsided defeat, Michigan State demonstrated they are capable of more. For the first time in 5 years, the Spartans didn't look outmatched by Ohio State. They made enough big plays to stay competitive in the first half, including 6 explosive plays of 15 yards or more. The 38-7 loss feels different than previous defeats because it highlights how close MSU is to turning the corner, rather than being completely overwhelmed. Missed opportunities defined the game. The Spartans had a chance to make this game more interesting, but turnovers and critical mistakes were costly. Michigan State had 3 massive stops in the first half, including an interception, but couldn't capitalize on Ohio State's errors. Mark D'Antonio's presence at the game felt fitting, as he often said games were lost by inches, a sentiment that rang true in this contest. If MSU had caught a few breaks or held on to key plays, they might have been able to put up a better fight. The offensive line and quarterback show potential. MSU's offensive line, which has struggled this season, performed better than expected against Ohio State's defense. They provided quarterback Aidon Chiles with enough protection to move the ball early in the game. Chiles, though inconsistent, started strong, completing 10 of his first 12 passes and showing flashes of greatness. He made impressive throws downfield and connected on a touchdown pass, proving he can compete against top-tier defenses. Jaron Glover's return adds depth to the offense. Wide receiver Jaron Glover made his presence felt after returning from injury, catching 4 passes for 53 yards and a touchdown in the first half. His ability to make plays downfield provided a much-needed boost to MSU's offense. Glover's performance, combined with the creativity shown by the offensive play calling, offered a glimpse of the potential this unit has moving forward. MSU defense shines early, but fades late. Michigan State's defense held its own in the first half, making key stops on third down and forcing turnovers. The unit's ability to hang tough with Ohio State was encouraging, but they eventually wore down as the Buckeyes' talent took over in the second half. Despite the loss, there were encouraging signs that MSU's defense can compete at a higher level as the season progresses. Turnovers continue to plague Michigan State. The Spartans entered the game with 10 turnovers through their first 4 games, and the trend continued against Ohio State. Fumbles and interceptions killed any momentum MSU tried to build, especially in the red zone. Cleaning up these mistakes will be crucial if the team hopes to turn things around and become more competitive in future matchups. Jordan Turner's standout performance. Senior linebacker Jordan Turner was a bright spot for MSU. He had 9 tackles, 2 quarterback hurries, and a critical interception that set up the Spartans' lone touchdown. Turner has been one of the best transfer pickups in recent MSU history, and his impact on the field is undeniable. His performance against Ohio State suggests he is on track to be an all-conference player. Mark D'Antonio's legacy lingers. Former head coach Mark D'Antonio's presence at the game, as he was inducted into MSU's Ring of Honor, was symbolic. His philosophy of games being decided by inches resonated during this contest. The Spartans' narrow misses on key plays echoed D'Antonio's mantra, reminding fans of how close the team is to making strides, even against elite competition like Ohio State. Looking ahead to the rest of the season. Despite the loss, MSU should feel hopeful about the remainder of their schedule. The Spartans showed enough promise to suggest they won't be overwhelmed by future opponents. As they prepare for their next game against number 8 Oregon, there's reason to believe MSU can continue to improve and compete in the Big Ten. With a few adjustments and some better luck, the Spartans could find themselves in more competitive games down the stretch. Don't forget and subscribe.